Good day, viewers at home. You are welcome to my channel. This is Edward Stitches. Today, we'll be looking at how to make this special design. So, without wasting too much of our time, I have the fabric with me that has been cut into normal senator top. So, we have it. We have how to cut this senator top. We have the video on our channel here. You can search for how to cut senator top. We already have the top, so the next thing is just to bring out the front design that this particular tutorial is all about. So now let's go to the chase. So on your top, you are going to measure from this point. You are going to measure 6 inches. You are using 6 inches now. You can use 5.5 or 6 inches, depending on how you want it. But I'll be using 6 inches here now. So I'll mark 6 inches, and the length of the style I want to make now. So the stripes I'm going to insert there, it is going to be 12. 12. You measure 12. So, and the wideness is going to be 4. So total is going to be 8. 4. So you mark 4. Then you connect the lines. Connect the lines. Then at this angle, make sure you give it a very nice curve. Make sure you give it a very nice curve. If you like, you can use your this one as to bring out the curve, or you can just use your freehand sketch. Just a very tiny curve there. Shouldn't be straight. If you like, you can measure it. You can measure half here, half here, half here, half here. Then you connect it. You see, this is what we have. When you cut it out, we have this. This is what you have. So the next thing you are going to do is that you are going to apply gum. When I say gum now, I'm using stay, gum stay. So the kind of gum stay I'll be using is going to be, you can use a normal cloth stay, or you can use a hair stay. But here now, I'll be using hair stay. I'll use it to tape the edge here, so that it will be very stable while working on it. So after this, the next thing is just to fold this edge. You fold it inward. Fold it inward, just a little, like quarter inch. Quarter, fold like quarter, just very little, quarter. Just fold it round. So we are almost done. So the next thing is just to bring out the stripes that we are going to put at the center. So now I'll be making use of my color stay. Color stay. So we are used to that one. So I have I've cut it into 4 different pieces. Then I'll be using them this different material for the center, not same material. So now I've cut this one into different pieces. So 4 different pieces now. The wideness is 2 inches. I have the wideness to be 2 inches. The wideness is 2 inches, and the length is 13 inches. 13 inches. So don't forget that when we measure this one, it was we cut this one to be 12. the length of this one, we cut it to be 12 inches, and then this one to be 8 inches. So we've folded this one a little bit so that the allowance must have increased now. The actual measurement must have increased, so we have this is what you are going to have at the end of the day. So this is what we are going to have at the end of the day. So we have this. This is what we are going to have at the end of the day. So now, I have this one. Like I said this one is the wideness is 2 inches, and then the height is 13 inches. 13 inches. So now the next thing is just to fold this one inside these materials. So I've cut this one. It is 4.5 wideness. 4.5, it could be 4.5, it could be more than 4.5. So now it is going to be, I have two different pieces now. The length is 26 times 2 of this. I can cut this one of 13 of the same size as this, but I want to join this one. I want to put it together on this so that it will save my time. So that's the reason why I have two pieces of this, so it will serve for the entire of this four now. So now what I'm going to do here is just this. I'm going to fold this one to the rough side of the fabric. Fold it to the rough side of the fabric. Then likewise this other one too. The process is just the same. It's just that you are repeating the same process. So what I'm going to do is just this. I'm going to put this one on this, gum this one to this. So the next thing you are going to do here is just to go to the sewing machine, and then we just sew this. We sew the edge of this straight down. We sew the edge, just only the edge of everything like that. So this is what we have after sewing. This is what we have. You can see how close the sewing is. So you can see how close it is. Then the next thing is just to trim off these parts. You trim it off, and then the next thing is just to cut out the required the needed area. Cut it out. So you remove this, take this off, then what do? You turn it to the other side. This one. So you don't iron this one yet. Then the next thing is just, you can see we have two faces there now. So you can see this one is the join area. This join area, this is this one. If you look at your stay, this one has gum. The area that has gum here is going to face the area that is not joined. So why putting this one inside this? So this the one with the gum here, it is going to face it is going to lay on the area that has no joint. So this area that has no gum is going to be at this point where there is joint. So let me quickly put it in now. You can see the way I folded it so that it will be very easy to insert. You can see, so the next thing is just to gum it. you iron it. When you iron it, so it is going to stick together. You can see now we have the first stripe. Then you repeat the process for the remaining three. So now this is what we have at the end of the day when we repeat the same process for the rest. So we have four different stripes now, and then the next thing we are going to be doing here is just to get the facing for this box. So we need to get facing for it. So this is what we have now. So this is how it is going to be. So the facing we are going to get for it now, we want it to be of this same color. We want it to be of this same color. So, or if you like, you can use this background. Depends on how you want it. So, but the facing I want to use now, I want it to be of this same color. So let me use this color now. You can use it's either this color or you use this color. But now I want to use this same material now. I want to use this same material as a background. So now this is what I have finally. There are two ways to it. What I cut out here, I can use it to replicate this. I can use it to replicate what I want to use here, or I can just use this one and add my allowance. So this is what I have. The actual this thing I cut out here. So I can just add half quarter as allowance to hit, or I can use this one directly and add my allowance to it. So now using this one, if you are using this, you make sure that you balance it. Make sure it is balanced. So you let it set here. Then you draw out this line. Draw out this. Don't forget it is on fold. It is on fold. So you draw this one out and then you add them allowance, half-inch allowance. Then you make sure you put the gum, that is an EST. Put EST so that it will be very stable. So the next thing is just to weave this. You weave the edge so that it will be very neat. Make sure you weave the edge. So this is what we have after weaving. So the next thing is just to bring this one. You pick the center, and then you lay this on it. So let's one video at the center. Then you lay the rest. I use hemigum to hold them down. I use hemigum. All this is just to have a perfect finish. So after that, the next thing is just to place this one on it. Place this on it, and then you are done. So just put the hemigum at the edge to hold it down. if you like, for conveniency, so where you had a five half inch as allowance, you can add half quarter, or you can add one as allowance, so that it will be very easy to attach. It will be very easy to attach or put aiming gun. But I don't want the allowance inside to be too much, so that's the reason why I just added half as my own allowance. So let me quickly do this side. So the next thing is just to sew it. So if you like, you can sew from this side. You can sew from this inner side. You can sew it directly from inside if you wish. Then if you like, you can sew it from outside. Whichever way, both are okay. Both are okay. If you don't want your sew to show outside, so you can sew from inside. But if you don't mind, so you can sew it from outside. Both are okay. So let me quickly give it let me quickly sew it and see what the result is. You can see how inside is. So this is what we have after sewing it from inside. I later sew it from inside. So this is what we have. You sew this area, that folded area, you sew it round. Sew it round. Just open this. No, it is like this. You just open it up and you sew round, just round like that, and then after sewing round, the sewing will not be showing outside again. It will not be showing outside. So and then that's everything. So see, what I'm going to do now is just to give it a nice pressing. Make sure you give it a very nice pressing. You take your. This is what we have at the end of the day. You can see how lovely the result is. You can see. If you like, you can top stitch it to reinforce it, or you can reinforce. You can just sew from the top. You can do the boots. And then I just want to leave it like this. Let me leave it like this. That's no sewing will be seen outside. You can see how lovely the result is. See how lovely the result is. So um we've come to the end of this very tutorial. If you are finding this tutorial lovely and useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section on how you feel about this tutorial. And then if you have not subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, so that for more updates, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so that each time we drop a new video, you will get notified. Thank you so much. Till next time when we shall meet, I say cheers.